If you're pro-choice, you should also allow people euthanize commit suicide as they see fit. Welcome to this best of unpopular puffin meme compilation. The puffin picture was taken by Andreas Mulder and first appeared online 2010, and in 2013 it became a meme that allowed people to express unpopular opinions. Now let's get back to the video. Whales are too awesome to be a synonym for fat women. Animal print clothing looks trashy. I feel like the US has become a society in which people try to see what they can get away with when no one is looking, instead of doing things to make it a better place for others. I think Facebook is great for keeping in touch with people, and people who get sick of the oversharing should stop bitching and just close their account or stop checking so often. Single player games are more fun than online games. I don't think race should be a factor in distributive policies. It just strengthens racial animosity and encourages racism. Common sense is not common. Just because one side is terrible doesn't mean the other side is not. To become a smarter individual, you have to be open to the idea that you are wrong. Democracy isn't about who's right, it's about who's numerous. Being against cultural appropriation is not so different from being pro-segregation. I miss the time when people on the internet understood what a troll was and didn't take everything at fact value. Incompetence is a better answer than the vast majority of conspiracy theories. Everyone's so incredibly hostile towards one another that it's almost impossible to have a civil discussion. No matter how much you work out or take care of your looks, if you are shy and don't go out, you won't find a girlfriend. Women should have the right to an abortion. Men should have the right to abort their responsibility as father before birth, thus nulling the woman's right to child support. Social networks are the same as hard drugs. Try stop using for a month. You will realize you are better off and delete all of them. Women have no idea how easily guys can fall for them. I want them to make exact same movies with gender swap, also meaning female characters are now men, so they can see how toxic men or female characters are when female factor is taken away from them. Gay pride parades are extremely oversexualized and a poor way to normalize the LGBTQ+. If opinions are traumatic for someone, they need a therapist, not a safer place. If you have to feel guilty for what my ancestors did, I should take credit for everything good they did. I truly believe that social media has given power to the dumb. If she gives you head when she is on her period because she wants to, she is the one. If your website doesn't allow me with ad blocker, I will not recommend it to my non-ad block friends. BLM created more racist people on both sides than tolerant people. Half of the women who have high standards when it comes to men never once consider whether they are worthy of a man who meets said standards. Act of cheating can be forgiven, but once a trust is broken, it can never be completely restored. When I was young, I used to wonder how so many people could get infected in zombie movies. After what happened the 2 last years, I now wonder how it was possible to have so many survivors. Immediately taking off your second place medal makes you look like even more of a loser. People should protest for higher wages and affordable housing, not for LGBTQI+ stuff or stuff happening in countries far away. Money actually makes you happy up until a certain point that is individual for everyone. Beyond that, more money doesn't make you any happier. Memorial Day is about remembering veterans who have died and not about supporting wars waged by the US. I think finding a decaying abandoned Dyson sphere would be really sad. Like really sad. Love Death Robots S2 was really boring compared to S1. Being politically correct doesn't mean someone is factually correct. Social media is helpful in some ways, but it was wrong to enable stupid people to broadcast their stupidity to the world. Humans are individually smart but collectively stupid. They say the customers is always right. The customers is almost always a fucking idiot with the eye of a carrot. Nobody actually cares about non-black minorities unless whatever happened to them can be blamed on white people. I would always applaud someone who does great things even if I hate them. I understand the wish for more Futurama seasons, but the ending was perfect and it's better this way. The federal government today is more oppressive and tyrannical than the government our founders rebelled against. I think that if it's only the woman's choices the kid is or is not aborted, then men shouldn't have to pay child support. J think prisoners should be required to be donor organs upon death. We pay for their health care, food, housing, clothing, etc. because they committed a crime. If they die in prison they should be required to at least be registered to be donors. I know some babies are born with extreme physical deformities and die within hours of birth. I don't think the family should post graphic pictures of the baby on social media saying how beautiful it is. I support kid leashes. I rather see a kid on a leash than a little shit running around and being annoying. I personally don't feel bad when I hear someone is killed by a cougar or tiger. They are an endangered species while there are 7 billion of us. Stay out of their habitat. Not your baby, not your problem. I think Breast Cancer Awareness Month should be changed to Breast Cancer Marketing Month. It doesn't matter if climate change is human generated or not. Living in pollution and industrial waste is unpleasant. Making the world a better place to live for all people is more important. That is reason enough for emission controls. I think that after your second abortion you should have your tubes tied permanently. As a Republican in the South, who cares if gay people want to get married? Let them. There are real issues to deal with. I don't think cyclists should be able to use major city streets. The roads aren't built to deal with them. Most don't follow the laws. They create confusion and are a danger to themselves and others. I think a civilization requires as many individuals as possible to have an equal opportunity at education enterprise in order to reach Kardashev Type 1. Backward cultures and suppressive regimes, Taliban, are holding all of us back from greatness. In a world of predictive text autocorrect and speech recognition, you have no excuse to text me any of this BS. Nice guys don't finish last. Boring guys do. If you don't want a guy to hit on you, you probably shouldn't accept free drinks from him at the bar. Women that punch guys knowing they won't get hit back need to get hit back just once. I think gift cards are thoughtful gifts. Most people join the army because of lack of direction, not for duty or honor. Maybe a region of people that would use chemical weapons against themselves are bigoted against gays, foreigners and women. Live apartheid. Brainwash children to follow their legacy and refuse to let the people their day without democracy deserves to get blown to hell. I don't think animal abusers should go to prison. I think that as a punishment they should have the same thing done to them as they did to the animals they tortured. I don't think anyone beats cancer. You either survive or don't, because it makes it sound like those who died didn't fight hard enough. I think that democracy is a joke because people aren't intelligent enough to vote. The death penalty should mimic how the murderer killed their victim. If these opinions were truly unpopular, these memes would never be upvoted. That was all I had for today. If you liked the video, consider dropping a like or maybe even subscribing. Thanks.